Hi, and welcome to Efficiently Proof and Manage Your Order. This is a Listing Concierge Essentials level workshop. Before we get started, just a reminder to make sure you are reviewing the requirements in your area with your broker, including those related to non essential business and telemarketing to consumers. The tools and programs mentioned in this demonstration are optional and discuss best practices for your consideration. Do keep in mind all guidance and information regarding the use of artificial intelligence as our Listing Concierge product does utilize AI integrations into the system. Listing Concierge combines an innovative yet simple to use, first of its kind real estate marketing platform by providing a best in class, comprehensive marketing plan for listings that seamlessly executed and reaches consumers across all spectrums. Listing Concierge helps affiliated agents win more listings, prove their value proposition, and turn one listing into three. Key features of Listing Concierge include three listing winning packages: Launch, Reach, and Lux, or you can build your own. Listing Concierge also features an impactful lineup of digital offerings and marketing customization options so you can tailor packages according to your needs. There are also potential lead generation opportunities with a targeted approach through digital advertising to reach the right audience. In today's workshop, I will give you an overview of your Listing Concierge dashboard after an order has been placed, demonstrate how to proof each product, as well as how to leverage Listing Concierge AI integration. I will also point out the incredible support you'll receive from your Listing Concierge coordinator, as well as offering tips and tricks to efficiently proof your order. Before we dive in, here are a few important notes to help you with your Listing Concierge proofing process. Every order is assigned a Listing Concierge coordinator, your main contact throughout. If you find one you'd like, request them next time by adding a note on the payment page. Your order won't begin until photos and a property description are uploaded. After purchasing, you'll get a confirmation email, but the coordinator won't reach out until both are added to your dashboard. We'll show you how to do this in the demo. Also, don't forget to add an MLS ID once the listing goes live. Without it, some digital marketing tools like Boost won't be activated. If you're mailing to a specific list, please have those addresses ready when you're proofing your mailer. You can also choose a 2-mile radius or have them sent unaddressed. Finally, watch out for the LC order status update email from your coordinator after your photos and description are uploaded. They'll prompt you to answer important questions and selections you'll need to make regarding your order, like brochure preferences, prospect square contacts, and your MLS ID. And oftentimes, a downloadable flyer you can use right away, which can be helpful for listings that sell quickly. We're going to get started today by logging on to mycbdesk.com and locating our Listing Concierge tile. Before I click into my listing dashboard, I want to point out a couple of extra resources. I recommend navigating here to the Help Center, where you'll find out a lot of helpful information about the packages, including FAQs, training resources, and other marketing materials. You also have the timeline section. This tool will allow you to determine how long it'll take you to receive your proofs after your photography has been completed and your property description has been added. Before we navigate to the Listing Concierge dashboard, I want to point out that this class is about efficiently proofing and managing your order after you've placed an order. When you start using Listing Concierge for the first time, make sure that you set up your Listing Concierge profile before you place your first order. Or if you have any changes in your profile information, make sure to make those changes before you place your order. That can be done in your profile in the top right corner. Forget, we do have 3 different packages: the Launch, Reach, and Lux package. Each package does include different products and services. However, for the purposes of our video today, I will be doing a Lux demo to hopefully make sure we can show the approval of all of the different inclusions. To access any previous orders, you will be able to see them located on your dashboard view, as well as for any active or archived orders. Your most recent order should show up to the right of the Add New Order button, which is of course where you go to add a new Listing Concierge order. To get started with proofing and managing your order, you're simply going to click that blue Manage Order with the correct listing address. Here we can see the order management screen, which gives you a quick glance at the status of each of the products in your packages shown by the product tracking section here. Today we're going to explore each of the products so you can familiarize yourself with how to access your proofs and learn how to quickly review, make changes, and submit your approval. Here's a reminder of what the various service type means. Self-service products. These are available for you to immediately use after ordering and can edit at any time. The Listing Concierge team will not provide proofs of these products. Partial service products. These are mostly available for you to use immediately after ordering. However, you do not have immediate access. Look for a proof from your Listing Concierge coordinator. They usually will update you via email. Full service products. These are products that require your Listing Concierge coordinator to provide you with a proof and will be more time intensive. Before we get into reviewing the proofs, let's take a quick tour of your order management dashboard, starting with the order status bar here at the top of the page. Immediately after placing your order and before the photos and property description have been uploaded, the status will appear as new. After you've successfully uploaded your photos and the description, the status will move to ready. Status lets your Listing Concierge coordinator know when they can get started on your order. And once the Listing Concierge coordinator has picked up on your order and begun working on proofs, the status will move to in progress, as shown here. If we scroll down, you can see that we can manage our listing details by clicking here inside the property address title. We can click here to add our MLS ID once the listing is live or change the price if needed. Just below the listing details tile, you'll see the property description section where you can add or edit our property description and headline by clicking the Manage Description button. I recommend adding as much detail as you can here, focusing on the major selling points of the property. Then your Listing Concierge coordinator will edit the description for compliance and grammatical errors. Or you can utilize the AI component of Listing Concierge here. They will also use this description to populate each of the marketing pieces included in your package. And if we scroll all the way down to the bottom of our listing home screen, we'll see Photos and Multimedia. If we are uploading our own photos or want to rearrange or favorite photos, you'll click here to make those adjustments. At the top of the Photos section, we'll also have a Multimedia tab where our video tours and Matterport tours will be added, or you can add your own as long as it's in one of the acceptable formats like YouTube, Vimeo, or Matterport. You can either navigate through the list of products via the product tracking section here in the main order management dashboard, or you'll notice this menu on the left-hand side of the screen. Either option for navigation will work. It's whichever you prefer. In the recent activity section, you can view the entire history and all of the activity associated with this order, from the date that the order was placed to the date that you approved your products. I find the recent activity tab to be extremely useful when in the proofing process because you can always check to see if the status of each item here. Below recent activity, we have the listing details, which includes the details that you typed in when you placed your order and where you can add the MLS ID number and update the price and other listing information if you didn't have the complete information when you placed your order. Next, going down our menu on the left-hand side is going to be the property description. This can be updated here as well as on the main order management dashboard. Please note that your headline will appear on your flyer, website, and mailer. If you choose to have a different headline on any of these assets, you have the option to change it as well as on the proofing during each asset. Please remember that this description should be completed as soon as possible, as you won't begin to receive proofs if this description is missing. Next, we're going to jump to Photos and Multimedia section. This is where you'll see your photos appear 24 hours after the Listing Concierge photographer has completed shooting the property. If you're uploading your own photos, this is where you'll add your photos either by dragging and dropping them into this box or by clicking the Upload Photos button and browsing your computer. This is also where you can download the photography for entering the listing into the MLS. To do so, you'll click the Select All button here and then click Low Res for the MLS size photos or click High Res for saving the photos to your computer for any other marketing you wish to do. You can also rearrange and favorite your photos here. Earlier, I mentioned that if you make your selections before your Listing Concierge coordinator begins your order, your proofing process will move much more quickly. This is because they already have an idea of which photos to place in your marketing items. To favorite your photo, simply click on the heart and it will turn blue. To rearrange, you can simply click and drag the photos around, putting them in your preferred order. We're now going to go into the products and services section. As I mentioned, this can also be accessed through the main order management page in the product tracking section. Whichever way you decide, I like to start from the top and work my way down. To start, we're going to look at the product flyer. You can access and edit the flyer as soon as the photos and property description are in. You don't have to wait for your listing concierge coordinator to release proof for this product. You have several areas of customization. For each product, you can make edits including text, photos, or you can change the design or request revisions from your listing concierge coordinator to suit your needs. Once you've selected your design, you can start making edits to your flyer. This is going to be done in the Make Edits section. This allows you to update the headline and body copy of the flyer shown here to the right. You can also edit the formatting of the text in the flyer by using the formatting tools in the body section. If you prefer to list bullet points of the property's unique selling features rather than one long property description, you can make that adjustment here. You can also bold certain words or italicize the text. And just remember to save any changes by clicking on the Done button at the top. Let's move to Photos, which allows you to swap out the photos used on the flyer. The photos used on the flyer preview to the right are shown in this section at the top, which you can scroll through, and the entire photo gallery is shown below. You can rearrange the photos by clicking on them and dragging them into the position you want. You can also delete any of the photos from the flyer by clicking the trash can icon on the photo, or you can adjust it in the frame. If you're happy with the result, you can click Download to choose the low resolution or high resolution options. If you're sending the flyer via email, I do recommend low res. If you're printing the flyer, I would recommend the high res version. We're going to move into the single property website. Website, you'll see a few different headings: details, description, photos, and multimedia. These will auto insert with your property information. For listing details, this should pull in, but you can make any edits if you want this to specifically reflect on the property website. The description will also pull in your headline and the body copy from your property description. The photos will pull in from the Photos and Multimedia section. Keep in mind you're going to have a few different locations on where photos will show up on this single property website. The first will be the carousel photos, which will be the 5 favorite photos from your listing. These can be swapped out by either clicking on the delete icon and then pulling the next photo into the image, or by dragging and dropping your property photo directly into the slideshow. Again, you are going to be limited to 5 photos for this carousel image. The next section is going to be the gallery photos. These are all going to be viewable from your Photos and Multimedia section. However, if you don't wish to show any of these on the public view link, just make sure to click the little eyeball icon to hide your image. Lastly is going to be the multimedia section, and this will be pulled from the Photos and Multimedia section if you've added a multimedia URL link. Once ready, you are going to publish your website by clicking the Publish button. If you make any changes to your website after publishing, you are going to click the Update button and make sure to click Yes. Make sure that your website does meet all MLS regulations, and do note that it could take a minute or so to publish any updated changes. In the top right corner, you're going to see a couple options, including a copy your website link, in which you can copy a branded or unbranded version of your website. You can also click to view the website, which will open your website in a new tab. On the single property website, you will see a menu at the top, which will include an About section, an overview, the location of the listing, and a contact option for the realtor. As you scroll down, you'll see your 5 favorited photos in the carousel. The About section will include your property description. The gallery will display all of the property photos. You'll have a listing overview, a listing location map, and a contact form. Make sure to set up your lead capture information on your CB Desk profile to ensure that your lead settings are up to date when it comes to lead capture. A common best practice is to share this website onto your social media profile. Share this with your seller or even upload it to your CB Homes listing profile and the MLS. Next, let's look at the brochure product. For the printed brochures with your package, you can access the proof here and make edits just like we did in the flyer. Just click on Make Edits, Change Design, and Download. Next on our list is the Just Sold postcard, and this can be edited just like any of the other items we've discussed so far. However, I usually like to wait on this product because if I approve the product, it will get sent out, and we want to make sure that we're not sending this to distribute until the property has sold. Moving on to the mailer, this is the product that goes into the silver envelope and looks a lot like an invitation. You can click on the Select Design and then on the Make Edits button to make your edits here. You can review both the front page and the back page, and of course, you can first change the design. For easier edits, you can flip to see this each side more easily as you read. After you've made your changes, make sure you click Done to save it and then download your proof, and review again before giving your final approval. That is something I recommend for all of your printed proofs. Download the PDF and review it on your computer before approving. Once you've approved your mailer, you'll be taken to the screen that allows you to select your mailing options. Within these mailing options, you can choose to upgrade from standard shipping to first-class postage for an additional cost. This option is ideal if you need faster delivery for your mailers. You can either send all of the mailers to your address if you want to hand deliver them instead, mail to a radius surrounding the property, which is the quickest way to process your mailer, but keep in mind that the radius includes any single-family homes within a 2-mile radius, so if you're trying to target a specific complex or a specific street, then you'll want to use your own mailing list rather than mail to the radius. If you choose to upload your own list, make sure to download the Listing Concierge address template and then add your addresses to that template. You can do this by clicking on the blue information icon to the right, and then by clicking the blue download icon inside the pop-up window. Alternatively, you can engage your Listing Concierge coordinator or your marketing specialist or support staff to walk you through uploading your mailing list for the first time. You will also be prompted to add your address as well as your seller's mailing address so that you each receive a copy of this piece. Next up, we have our social media banner. When proofing the social media banner, you'll start by choosing the design. There are a few variations of each template, so it's wise to take some time to look through each one to find the right fit. As you see, some designs have shades and some do not. Make sure you choose the right design that's best suited for the image you want to use. After you select the design, you can go back anytime to change it. Maybe try a few options to see what suits you best. The next step you can take is editing the piece. If you click the Make Edits button here, you'll see that you can change the text and image. When clicking on the text in the middle of the screen, it will allow you to edit what's there. And to change the image, you would click on the camera icon to the right-hand side of the screen. You can scroll through the images that are in the order and also filter by your favorites. So you have a list of your top photos on hand to choose from. Once the image and text look good with the design chosen, you're ready to click Done and move on to the next product. Our video slideshow is a self-paced DIY product. When clicking on this product, you'll see right away your list of images laid out left to right. This is the video slideshow in the current order the system created. You can keep the current order that it's in now, but you also have the option to drag and drop the images into any order you choose. Furthermore, if you're not seeing a certain image, but you know it is in your order, click on the camera icon on the right-hand side of the screen. This will open a list of all property images for that order and allow you to drag and drop those in at any point in the slideshow. You will have the same ability to click the Favorites option and pull up the properties that are previously hearted. Once you feel the property images are in the best order to show the home, you can click Complete, and that will begin to finalize your video to download. You can always come back into the video option and make edits. Once you click in to set up your YouTube advertising, you'll see 2 options available to you. If you are a Listing Concierge veteran, you might notice the YouTube photo ad, which was our original iteration with a photo slideshow. You now have the opportunity to select the YouTube video ad if you already have video content created for this listing. You'll be given the option of option 1 or option 2. If you wish to select the YouTube video ad, go ahead and select this option. If you select the video option, it is going to require a video link from a source like YouTube or Vimeo that you can copy and paste into the fields here. You're going to give your video a name first and copy and paste in a link again from either a Vimeo or YouTube account. Keep in mind your video length should be under 2 minutes. You should upload your videos without any branding, music, or voiceovers. And also make sure the video is only about your listing. The video description should pull from your property description, and the box below will allow you to make any tweaks or edits. Also keep in mind that you will be able to switch to a slideshow or switch to a video at any times prior to submitting your video to the coordinator. The client report is a comprehensive report that lists all marketing actions that were taken to get the property sold. This is a great piece to add to the mix because it ties everything in for the client and really helps show your efforts. It automatically generates text for every action you have taken within the selected package. However, you can make your own edits as well. So, when presenting the property during an office sales meeting, creating one-off social posts, or any other marketing action taken for the property, you can clearly show your client every step you've taken along the way to get their property sold. Social and web advertising with Boost is a digital ad campaign that goes to Facebook, Instagram, and all over the web advertising your listing and branded to you. This program can be accessed directly through Desk via Boost HomeSpotter tile. I highly recommend clicking into your Boost account to check your stats of your ad campaign or even edit the ad during the campaign. Now with Boost, you can target up to 5 areas with these ads, increasing the overall spread. If your ad has run its duration or you feel like the property needs a little bit more of a push to get it to the point of sale, you can purchase additional weeks of Boost by HomeSpotter right through the tile on Desk. A last major takeaway from Boost that I want to leave you with is the Engage section. You can see who's engaged with the listing ads, and it will give you their name, contact information, and the action they took on the advertisement. You can download this list as a CSV file and use the action they took as a point of contact for all of these new leads. Reach out to these contacts and see if they are interested in viewing the property. And if this is a past sale, then you can still reach out to the contacts and see if they're currently working with a real estate agent and if you can help them with their home buying needs. Feel free to go into the Boost HomeSpotter tile in Desk for more information on this amazing product. For just listed and just sold email flyers, you'll work with your Listing Concierge coordinator to confirm first that you have contacts in your Prospect Square account and which group you have them set up to receive the email. This is the only way to utilize the email flyer, and your local marketing specialist can help you get your contacts set up into your Prospect Square. Prospect Square allows you to import contacts as a CSV or XLS file from Excel, Outlook, or Gmail contacts. So wherever your contacts may reside, your marketing specialist can assist with getting them into the system. If you don't have a group of contacts to send to, I always recommend making a group and adding yourself. That way, you at least have the completed product in your account if you decide to send or modify it in the future. CB Mobile is a sign rider generated by DotSignal. These are handled by your local office staff, so reach out to them if you don't receive your sign rider. The riders include a number to text a code so that you no longer have to use flyer boxes. A digital brochure is automatically available to view once your listing goes live in the MLS. Please note, CB Mobile is not available in all regions. The update. This is a weekly email that goes out to all area realtors announcing your new listing along with the other new listings for that week. This is one of those products that depends on the addition of your MLS ID being added to your order. So please make sure to add that as soon as you have it. Please note that you must add the listing MLS ID before midnight on Tuesday to be featured in the same week's update. The updates generally get sent out on Fridays. WallStreetJournal.com and MansionGlobal.com featured listings are only going to be available for $1 million plus properties. This is going to be included with the Lux package, but can be added on to any Listing Concierge package. If a user searches the property of any of these sites, they will be directed to the Mansion Global listings database. The featured listings are positioned at the top of the search result in the market, where the property is located with a maximum of 4 featured properties showing at the time. If there are more than 4 featured listings in a market, the listings will be shuffled each time the page is refreshed. If your listing becomes inactive during your 30-day feature, it will stop running. However, if the listings become active again and you would like to refeature it, reach out to your Listing Concierge coordinator. In some cases, the Listing Concierge team may be able to continue with the featured ad for the remainder of the 30-day period. And that completes our tutorial on proofing and managing your orders in the Listing Concierge platform. Concierge packages, you will be assigned your Listing Concierge coordinator, who is there to assist you along the way. If at any time you're unsure who your Listing Concierge coordinator may be, you can view their contact info at the bottom left of your Manage Order screen. You'll see your Listing Concierge coordinator's headshot, name, phone number, and email for any support needs. If you're unable to reach your Listing Concierge coordinator and need urgent help, I do recommend the Listing Concierge support team at 1-833 LISTCON. They are available Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also connect via chat for immediate assistance. Now that we completed the live demonstration, let me share some tips and tricks that can help you manage your order. Once the photographer uploads the photos, arrange the photos of your liking and click on the hearts to indicate which 10 photos should be used in the Listing Concierge materials. Remember to take these same steps if you're providing your own photos. Tip number 2. Listing Concierge team won't do anything unless they receive the photos and the property description for your listing. Make sure to add the property description and list your property features you want to include in any of your marketing materials. Tip number 3. Make sure to add the YouTube video ad or your slideshow videos to your agent website. It's a great way to add movement and catch people's eyes. You can also embed the videos so you keep people's attention on your website longer. Number 4. Add the client report to your listing presentations. This is a great way to explain and show all the wonderful property marketing that you've done and can do for your clients. As we wrap up this recorded demonstration, I want to remind you about our amazing marketing support resources available to you that can all be found at coldwellbankermarketing.com. Here you can browse through the latest edition of the marketing catalog, sign up for an upcoming workshop, view on-demand marketing education via our YouTube channel, and book a virtual marketing appointment via Next Available. Please scan the QR code on the screen or visit coldwellbankermarketing.com to take advantage of these amazing marketing resources anytime, anywhere. Thank you for watching, and feel free to check out other of our tutorial and quick tip videos on this channel in the playlist section. Have a great rest of your day and see you next time.